to a spectacle, a tremendous light show hyping up this crowd as they get set for this matchup here tonight. Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and LSU's Death Valley, home of the Bayou Bengals. As we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the LSU Tigers. Everyday Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So Alabama's offense comes on the field first today. Well, fans on both sides have not forgotten Alabama's beatdown the last time they played. All the emotion, the intensity at Tiger Stadium, and Kalen DeBoer, in his first taste of the rivalry, had the Tide ready, and they pounded LSU.
When I think back to this game, and we were so excited to call this one, I just think of how Alabama's offense handled this environment. Jalen Milroe, one week he looks great. The next week, it's just not quite there in the passing game. But this game, it was all about his legs. The best athlete on the field by far. How will Bama do without that explosive playmaker at quarterback this year?
QB decides to keep it here. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
Now give the defense a lot of credit there. They were ready for this option play. Good awareness and containment to be able to force them into this upcoming 3rd down situation.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He's running out of time here. Under pressure, just lets it go. He'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
Pass incomplete. So here comes the punt team. And a low line drive, ugly punt. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. So the LSU Tigers offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And all eyes, Kirk, in this matchup of elite wide receivers. They got great skill. They got big personalities. You know they want to outdo each other in this showdown today.
Well, it's a showcase opportunity for both of these 2 wide receivers. A lot of eyes on them, not only in college football, but I don't know the last time, Chris, we were on the field pregame and saw so many NFL personnel evaluating these 2 to see who ends up stepping up and playing better.
The game goes back to 1895, Kirk, but as you know, it's begun to pick up intensity, this rivalry, because they are always in each other's way in the SEC.
Yeah, this rivalry doesn't necessarily have the history, even though it does go back to 1895. But you're right. Things seem to change when the SEC split East and West. It became a battle about who would represent the West, the winner typically between Alabama and LSU. It seems like every year from that point on, it's a game we all point to before the season even starts.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Grab down the middle, it's Brown. Tackle finally made at the 37. 1st and 10 from there.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these 2. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Completion sets up a 2nd down play. Over the middle, beats Anderson. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. The shotgun handoff here. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking for a man. Running back has it on a screen now. Brought down after 2. After the catch, the offense close to punching it in.
Great patience here. Great execution by the entire offense. The quarterback kind of baits the defense towards him, drops it off to the back, and he's got a convoy in front of him for a nice first down.
The offense knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Now they come up 2nd and goal from the 3. On 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
This defense is hanging tough, and they punch it in from the 3 on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Number 34 on the field goal.
So, Kirk, we reached the end of 1. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. So we begin the 2nd quarter with a field goal attempt as the kicking team is out there. The field goal is good. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. They'll return it from inside the 5. The coverage team brings him down at the 26. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. To the air, it's Simpson. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Offense does a really nice job of timing up this screen pass, using the defense's aggression against them here, and the back's able to navigate his way for a first down.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Throwing off play action. Looking deep downfield to the left. It's caught on the left side for a huge gain. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past, and we're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with the first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Receiver in motion now. Grab down the middle. It's Lewis. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
He'll hand it off. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. Trying to connect from 40 yards out. And that one's straight down the middle. And that will tie the game here.
Yeah, I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. But the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
2nd down play coming up. Dropping back. It's Nussmeier. Looking for the wideout. He makes the grab. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure is coming. Oh, the pass rush gets home. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
Interesting call here by the defense in their dime set with 6 defensive backs. Instead of manning up and applying pressure on the receivers, they sit back. Make it tougher on the quarterback, make him have to read their zone coverage. He gets confused and allows the defensive line to get to the quarterback.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, he makes the catch! They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
Grab down the middle. It's Cuevas. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Man, what a great effort by the tight end. Not only does he make the catch, but how about the effort there to break that tackle to pick up more yards?
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. Short completion there. 2nd down coming up.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And the back gets the football. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Well, they take a shot into the end zone on 3rd down. They come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
So on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. He was successful with his last kick. This one, though, from 46 yards away. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure to allowing him to sit back and pick apart the zone defense.
A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Lets it fly to the wideout. That is broken up and incomplete.
The rough game for this quarterback continues. They have to start putting the pieces together in this passing game, or this deficit is going to get a lot worse.
2nd and 10 here. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
That's caught. It's Brown. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down at the 48.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Well, if there's a silver lining for the defense, at least this quarterback didn't get out and gash him for a first down. But now they've got options coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go back to him again.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looks right for a quick completion. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Well, of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't the score.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. You don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
It was there, Chris. It was the right call. It was good execution. He just dropped it. That receiver's got to do a better job of finishing the play.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. It's a shotgun run call. They'll tackle him at the 27.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The drive ends and the punt team on the field. Misses a low liner. This won't go a long way. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on return. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They kicked a field goal in the last drive. They're looking for the end zone this time. Deep shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. And they jump on top here in the second half.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out. It's Adams. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
But when you sit back and play zone defense like this, what you allow is your defense to have eyes on the football. Here, they give up the catch, but you can see how they rally to the football. There's just nowhere to go for this slot receiver.
Now it's second down here. Dropping back. It's Simpson. Caught quickly. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Oh, what a grab! The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Trying to find room. It's Miller. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. The pass rush closing in. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Swarm with a pass rush, a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Here they come on 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Fires it on the move. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. That play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. It's Simpson. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
So 2nd down and 10 now from the 43 after the incompletion. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down and the crowd really getting into it. Looking to chuck it again. Escapes the pocket. They make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a 4th quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Breaks into the clear. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Grab down the middle. It's Horton. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a 2nd or 3rd option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Down by a touchdown late. This is a crucial 4th down play. Their last chance here. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
What a touchdown here to pull them within 1 with under a minute to go. Conventional wisdom says you kick the extra point and you rely on your defense to send this game to overtime. But you could go for 2 to try to take the lead.
They still need this extra point to tie. And the PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Scanning the field. It's Nussmeier. He's running out of time here. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Boy, he's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Getting set. Here's second down. And he's back to throw again after they didn't completion on first down. And this pass is caught. The timeout is called. Talk strategy here. Tie game late in the fourth quarter. The offense really clicking here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here in talk strategy.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game and a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Incomplete for a third straight play.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. The punt will bounce and head out of bounds. Takes the returner out of play. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Receiver makes the catch. The offense spends a timeout here. There are 16 seconds remaining.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining. Come to the line for second down and very short now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. And now this kicker will have a chance to win the game from 57 yards out. Long enough and good. It's a huge field goal to get the win. And with that, they regain the lead. Well, the experts will say, Kirk, this was an upset, but it felt like a really even matchup. Two quality teams battling right down to the end. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, what a game. This is really what you love about college football. Good against good. Find out who ends up having the upper hand at the end of the day. This is a great victory for this ball club. Let's see what they do after this win.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.